Good. So we've just done some Cinebench tests on the Vaio Duo 13, and the scores were pretty good. But the thing we wanted to demonstrate in that test, and I'll tell you about it now, is that there are two operating modes for the device: tablet and laptop mode. The laptop mode brings out the full capability of the processing platform. The tablet mode uses what's known as CTDP down to actually restrict the amount of clock rate that can be used. So you're down to about 1.6 gigahertz max with no turbo. So really cutting it down quite nicely. The advantage, of course, nicely, because the advantage is that the fan doesn't come on, the batteries stay longer, and you don't get a hot device, a hot tablet. So bear that in mind. I think there's a third mode as well, which is probably battery under tablet, battery under laptop mode as well, which probably is not gonna. It's probably gonna restrict the turbo as well. Anyway, in this test, we're now running the Crystal Diskmark performance test. Just zoom in. I've got two cameras recording here at the same time, which is making it somewhat difficult. But if you're watching this on YouTube, just remember we're doing a live session here, so not perfect setup for doing the recordings. Testing the SSD now. We've got the Toshiba SSD in here. I'm not sure whether it's mSATA or whether it's PCI. Suspect at the moment that it's mSATA. Toshiba 256 gig version. We are running 500 megabytes a second sequential read, 300 megabytes a second sequential write. Really quite impressive for the sequential side of things. But when we get down here to the 4K figures, that's where we'll see the sort of more real-worldy type performance. So we want to see, maybe over 20 megabytes a second write, maybe 40 would be nice. Anything over that is going to be fantastic, although of diminishing returns. Once we get over 200 to 300 megabytes a second sequential write, and I dare say most people won't notice the difference unless they're timing some file transfers or something like that. Just wait till we get to the 4K reads and 4K writes on that. This is the 8 gig Core i7 1.8 gig nominal clock rate with turbo up to 3 gigs. So this is the very high end Core i7 with HD 4400. So bear that in mind. This is the best setup you'll see. So the first read speed on 4K block size is 15.8 there, 15.9. So it's about 16, which is not too bad. It's good. And let's see what the write speeds are. I think that's probably more important. And if we can get up to over 20 there, the read speed's gone up to 18.5 now. We're doing 5 tests looped here, and then let's see what the first write test is. 50, which is excellent. We don't need to do any more testing there. It's a very good SSD, and even that score is going up. 51.1, 49.2. So around 50 megabyte a second 4K write speeds is pretty good. So that's the Crystal Diskmark scores for the Sony Vaio Duo 13 with Haswell Core i7 version, 8 gig RAM and 256 gig Toshiba SSD.